first of all, compliments to all the speakers we had already. So very, very diverse, um, diverse solutions. And as you see here, we have a bit of a different direction. So I'll try to add just another flavor into those diverse, really top of the industry solutions. So what we've seen so far have been high quality approaches and solutions, which are, however, mostly digital for one-on-one settings and also often asynchronous. So you go back to your office and use them, not with other people being present. What we are looking at in this presentation is conversational AI agents in physical public spaces where sometimes also more than one person is present. Just introducing my background, so you know my perspective. So I come from strategic management and innovation research. So I'm a management researcher by education and also by my craft at the moment. But I've been always interested in technology and have worked at one of the biggest media companies in Europe. Been part of one of the biggest transformation projects at Philips, touching over 100,000 people, and also been part of a robotics startup. So I'm really interested in technology and try to bring those two fields together. And this is also why I try to have a look at AI, not only from the technology perspective, but also from the social perspective. So what does it do with people and how to design AI so people alike and most hopefully also love it. Um, so why is this topic relevant? Uh, AI increases performance. So teams perform better than individuals, and research with over 700 employees at Procter& Gamble shows that teaming up with AI mimics those positive effects. So we should try to infuse human AI collaboration where possible and where feasible. What we also see is that most of our interaction actually happens in the physical real world, but most of the interaction with AI agents so far is in digital, private, secluded one-on-one settings. So you sitting in front of your laptop or your phone. Um, so what we do not know a lot about is how to integrate AI into public physical spaces, and we know even less about how to integrate AI when more than one person is present. And this is a problem because people demand guidance on how to integrate AI agents. So McKinsey finds that half of workers surveyed in a recent survey demand companies to provide them with information how to integrate AI agents effectively into their workflows, into their jobs. My previous research finds that providing guidance to people increases or positively shapes their well-being when interacting with AI. And the EU finds that companies are responsible for AI literacy. So we need to research how to integrate and how to provide guidance to people for integrating it into physical and public spaces, and even more when more than one person is present. So we decided to go to the most obvious place to research AI agents, a garden center. So this is the AI agents which we observed. It was built by the son of the owners of the garden center, and it advises people on plant care, on design of garden beds, and every question they might have. It runs on the touchscreen, so people voice their demands to it and get back a text response with three follow-up questions, which they can click on or just voice a new demand. Um, yeah, so this is our case setting, and what makes this case setting interesting? So usually AI agents, as we've also seen them, are researched and also implemented so far in really digital one-on-one secluded setting, also often in an asynchronous manner. What we have here is a public physical setting. So public means that social norms play a greater role here. The public setting, and especially the physical setting, is more complex, so more difficult to control. And also what we have here is that if you think about going to a garden center, you usually don't go there alone. So most of our interactions, which we have looked at, had more than one person present in front of the screen. So by observing real customers in a real garden set, a real interaction setting, we wanted to learn how AI can offer an additional touch point in physical customer journeys. And also, it was important for us to translate those findings for broader audience. So also for other contexts like professional office settings. And this is also why we asked ourselves, how can AI agent augment professional teams? So what I did was observe how people used the AI agents in the garden center. So real customers coming there, trying it out, and I interviewed them on their experience. And what we found out is 4 winning principles for integrating conversational AI agents into physical spaces, which I will now briefly present to you. The first principle is treating AI as an interaction partner, not as a tool. And it's important for customers and also for employees to understand that. So AI in the public space is at the moment very, very uncommon in Europe. So in our case setting, people often did not notice or did not expect it to have a really intelligent system in front of them, and sometimes even confused this touchscreen for a simple ad display. And once they noticed it, they directly compared it to alternatives like ChatGPT or like talking to a human sales advisor. So here are the best practices. We need to experiment with different forms and shapes which differentiate the AI agent from common ad displays or also other known technologies like ordering kiosks. So people don't confuse it. And in the best case, this form somehow signals the interactivity because this is what makes AI agents stand out here. And also it should be memorable so people return to it. And also, companies need to very quickly communicate what's the value out of interacting with the AI agents. So people are very sensible about this here. So what they need to communicate is the absolute value. So what is the problem it is actually solving? What is the functional contribution? And also the relative value. So what does it do better than alternatives? In our setting, people have seen or wanted as an absolute value that it has context-dependent information, so that it has, for example, real-time stock when the recommendation comes, so they know which products are in stock. And also they wanted to have quicker advice than they would have needed or would have got when searching for a human sales advice. The second winning principle is here to engage untapped users. So let's be clear, physical AI agents will not make everyone happy. And this is completely okay. Because in every retail setting, but also in every organization, there will be a group of users which will be receptive to such physical AI agents. So also in our case setting, we had people who said that they might feel embarrassed when talking to a display in public. But we also had others who thought, well, it's really cool. Now I can ask the stupid questions. I would not ask a human because I would feel socially judged. And also we had others who are simply just too shy to ask a human sales advisor. So the best practice is to identify so far untapped user potential and try to serve them with those AI agents and see those untapped users as a starting point. What we have noticed in the case setting is people observing other people using it is a very, very powerful mechanism to get other customers trying out the AI agent. Because seeing someone using it makes it interesting, it reduces the risk of using it and shows you how to use it. And most importantly, it will help to normalize the technology, just as it happened with ordering kiosk at for example, restaurants. And this will draw additional user groups to this technology. This is actually called the seeding strategy. So you plant the seed and it grows into other user groups. And additionally, what we've seen in previous research or existing research is that people are actually more open to tell things to AI than to humans, because when it comes to certain very sensitive questions, they might feel socially judged. And we see that this might also be that this might also hold for public settings here. So getting customers to speak to AI agents offers a window into their needs and preferences. What is bad about the store setting? What products or services are they interested in? And also translating it into a different context, for example, internal organizational context. What do people maybe do not understand about a certain project or about a certain business process? So getting customers to talk to your AI agent with a physical offering instead of the ones of OpenAI and Google provides you with much valuable learnings about your customers, about their needs and preferences. We've also got feedback from the garden center people that it was really fascinating to see what people actually asked the AI agent, and that they learned a lot from it. And you can use those learnings to create experiments to make customer and also internal service experience better. A third winning principle is fostering agency and ownership. So make clear to customers that they can do nearly everything with the AI agent, and also in a way they like the most. But also at the same time, try to give the AI agent as much leverage as possible to structure interactions and to find solutions. So what was interesting in our case setting is that actually none of the customers tried to change the behavior of the AI agent. And also in a recent workshop I did a couple of weeks ago, an innovation workshop where I programmed an AI agent to facilitate and support teams in solving assignments, participants told me that, well, some of the answers the AI agent gave us were too long. And I asked them, well, did you try to tell the AI agent to give you shorter answers? And they said, no, we didn't think about it. But this is possible today. You can adapt each interaction to your preference. And actually, this is the USP of AI agents. It's the adaptiveness, it's the versatility. And the versatility of AI agents gives you for the first time the possibility not only to customize certain attributes of an interaction, like the content, the voice, the tone, or the landing page. No, it gives you for the first time the possibility to customize and personalize each interaction and each customer journey with a technology, what was previously only possible with a human being, and therefore also more costly. The fourth and final winning principle is shaping all facets of the cybersocial interaction. So what we've seen is that people really had a challenge integrating talking to the physical AI agent into their social interaction. So who asks what and when? We've also seen it in this mentioned innovation workshop, which I just mentioned, that teams really had to figure out how to integrate the AI agent into their team. Does everyone use the AI agent or only one person? Do we use it all the time or only periodically, time by time? Also, what we had in the case setting was that the AI agent could not see how people responded to the output. So it could not see whether they're happy or confused with the output. It only got task-related feedback, so people clicking on the follow-up questions or providing new intents, but no emotional response. And also no social feedback. So when there were more than one person in front of the screen, did the output create a constructive discussion, or were the people confused? So big best practice here, and also big research gap, is how to integrate AI agents into interactions where more than one person is present. So a different explorative research I did with a student of mine already gives some hints. So when it comes to divergent tasks, so creative ones, it's better if everyone has the AI and then you discuss afterwards. But when it comes to convergent tasks, where you have to find one common solution, it's better if you only have one AI present in the room. And also, it's not only about managing the social interaction with the AI, but it's also about managing the interaction between people. So when it comes to this one person instructing the AI, there might also be social judgment by other people how this person talks to the AI. So we've seen it in the case setting that there were comments, oh, this was a long prompt. Or you could also imagine someone saying that, well, I would have phrased it differently. This might make something with the group dynamics. Just, well, everyone who has done PowerPoint slides in front of others knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. Secondly, it's very important also to provide the right instructive mechanisms so people can, as easily as possible, provide information to the AI agent. Think about our case setting. It was about plants. Many people did not know the name of plants or could not describe the shape. They just wanted to show the plant to the camera, but the AI agent did not have a camera. So this constrained social interaction a bit. And finally, and lastly, it's important to establish perception loops. So feed as much information as possible to the AI agent about what happens in the context, uh, possibly also real-time information, but also about the emotions and the social interaction happening in front of the screen. But it also goes the other way around. So also establish perception loops for humans. So in our garden center setting, the AI agent had a short lag in response because of the model. So when it was processing the answer, it displayed, I have to think briefly. And this really made people chuckle. Customers loved it. And this was because it resolved an information asymmetry. Did the AI agent actually break down, or does it just need some time? So it increased acceptance to wait for a response. And what was also interesting is that people rather accepted to wait for a response, I guess, with the AI agent than they would have to wait for a response from a human sales advisor. So what we've seen here, and you will also have it on video and on the slides, is that we have at least 4 winning principles for leveraging AI agents in physical spaces. There will be more, and we will try to research more. And to summarize it all up and translate it into business terms. So what do our findings mean for business? So what we've seen is that it can definitely increase the scope and availability of advice. It has the potential to increase sales and also increase basket size. So we've seen actual purchases being triggered by the AI agent in our case setting. And we also believe that it can reduce churn by giving quicker and more available advice. And also translated to other settings than retail, internal organizational settings. It can give attention and spotlight to unheard voices. It can also stimulate discussions in product and service innovation, and also augment problem solving for business operations. So research in the US has shown that AI as teammates can make business people think more about the technical sides of a solution and technical people more of the business side of the solution. And also our case has shown that in the garden center, people have taken the output of the AI agent to convince their peers in front of the screen. So this is also something very interesting to research. So there's great potential in this topic. So we would be really happy if anyone's interested to also join our research so we can share resources, but also share mutual benefits. So thank you to everyone for listening, and also big thank you to the Günther Ried Foundation and its innovation manager Max Perez for creating the connection to the Garden Center, and also a big thank you and congratulations to the Garden Center, especially Jacob, for setting up this cool solution and providing us access to this data collection. So thank you very much.